Navi Vlogmas. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl aw-peh, and I am in Tokyo. And today I'm going to show you how to make a vision board that's actually going to help you bring your visions to life. I'm going to break this video down into 3 parts. First, I'm going to show you my vision board, and I'm going to talk through some of the things that I put on there, why I put on there, and what I actually accomplished. Just so you can see, I know what I'm talking about. The second part is going to be how to structure and prepare to actually create the vision board. And then the last part, I'm going to show you how I created in Canva. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. The more you engage, the more YouTube pushes my content out. And one of my goals is to be monetized before the end of the year, and I'm so close. You guys can help me do that. Also, I saw, and I talked about this on another video, somebody said that if you comment on a video that you see online, you are more likely to do what they're telling you to do online. So for example, if you're watching a cooking video and you comment on it, you're more likely to try the recipe. So if you are ready to make sure that 2025 is your year and that you have the perfect vision board to help you do that, comment on this video, comment your favorite emoji, and then 2025 is mine. That's what I want you to comment. That is going to be your motivational marker. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is that my vision board is digital. It's on my phone, which I'm using to film. So I'm going to be looking at it on my iPad, so I'm going to be looking down, but I'll also have it on the screen for you here so you can see what I'm looking at. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. As you can see down here, we have Tokyo. We also have, if you're looking, this is Australia. I needed to come to Japan and go to Australia in order to knock those continents off of my travel list. I didn't make it to Australia this year, which I'm really blown about. It was just poor planning on my part. I totally could have gone, but whatever. After I make it to Australia, the only continent that I have not been to will be Antarctica. So next year is all about Australia and Antarctica. I have to get those off the list. But anyway, I didn't even just visit Japan because that's too low stakes. I moved to Japan. You can see these women here, and then there's another women here. Before I moved to Japan, I was running a women's group in LA. And so these were kind of like my markers that I just wanted to continue to run that group. But more so, one of my goals was I wanted to have deep, intimate relationships with women, to deepen my existing relationships and also foster new ones, which I have been able to do. I've definitely deepened my relationship and really seen people show up for me this year in ways that I did not see coming last year. And even in Japan, I've been able to meet women and foster relationships, and it's been amazing. So that was on my board. If you see here, this one here, I thought that this image was really interesting. It's pretty much, obviously you see the hand coming out of the mirror here. I thought that this was a really good image to represent my personal journey. Like, I really wanted to find myself again. I definitely felt like, and I've made videos about this, I definitely felt like I was kind of just very listless, very just aloof with life, and I wanted to feel alive again. And that was something that I was able to do. I think, again, moving out of the country had a lot to do with that, but also just pushing myself and like getting out of my comfort zone in ways that I hadn't really been doing as of late. This time last year, you know, I think finding yourself is a journey, but I think I'm pretty gosh darn close. So checking that one off. And then we have, if you can see right here, I know my camera's blocking it. So that's not just some random woman's booty. I'm not like a high level perv or anything. That's Megan Thee Stallion. Unless this is your first time ever seeing me, then you might not know this, but I am a stallion. I am a hottie. Like, I am like the president of the Megan Thee Stallion fan club. And so she's got this line in the song where she said, "Catch me in the gym, I'm your girl's body goals." And so when I was just thinking about what I wanted to represent like my fitness journey this year, I went with Megan Thee Stallion. I, without even trying, lost inches around my waist. Like, I made this joke on Instagram, but somehow, some way, I actually got finer this year. I was not expecting that. Like, I don't even think this is my final form. Like, it's too much. So we already kind of talked about Australia. That's one I didn't make it into, and that sucks. So we'll make that we'll cross Australia out. Now, could I do a quick weekend trip to Australia? Perhaps I could finagle a quick trip. But we're already too close to Christmas, actually. And I'm still going home for the holidays in a couple of days. Australia is the one thing for sure I didn't make off this list yet, but it's okay. Life goes on. Okay, so now we have this next one where it says pray continually. I posted a vlog a couple of weeks ago, maybe. I think it was like the first Vlogmas vlog that I did, and it started with how to deal with disappointment. And I kind of opened up just about like my journey with just like God, and like me and God kind of into it right now. It's not you know. But one thing that I really wanted to prioritize is just consistently trying, even when my heart wasn't in it, to try and push through it. I think I've done okay with that, considering that, like I said, you know, it's not all sunshines and rainbows here. But I think I did all right with that, so I'm very pleased. There we go. We can do it. Really, I just wanted to have like motivation. Like, I wanted to believe in myself. It kind of goes back into like this one here at the bottom, like of finding myself again. I wanted to go back to a place where I felt like I couldn't fail. You know what I mean? And not in like an arrogant way, but just like a try something new way. And so I tried to have something just motivational on there, which is why the we can do it is there. This time last year, I had not thought about YouTube in years. Okay, to go from that to now having a channel with over 1,000 subscribers, I'm so close to getting the watch hours I need to be monetized by the end of the year. And I didn't even start posting on YouTube again until July 4th or July 3rd this year was when I started my journey to monetization. So in less than 6 months, I have grown so much. It's so crazy to see. And like this time last year, YouTube was not even on my radar. The Spirit of the Lord was just like, put it on there and give it a try. And I'm glad that I did. This one in the middle, and it's in the middle for a reason. And we'll talk about this more when I show you guys how to put it together. But I really wanted to chase joy. Again, it goes back into that listlessness and wanting to find myself and be happy and feel alive again. I knew that chasing joy was going to be a huge part of that. Again, I've talked about all of this. You can go back in my videos and you will hear me talk about these things like individually, and you will see like the work that I was constantly putting in to reach the goals on this. But anyway, I talked about this in an earlier video about how something that has helped me kind of chase joy is like not always saying yes to things, but saying yes to trying new things. I've met so many fun people out here just because I'm like, yeah, let me talk to this person. Let me talk to this stranger for the first time. Let me go to this place for the first time. Let me go by myself. Let me make a friend. Let me do this. I really just prioritized chasing joy, and chasing rest, I think, was a huge part of that. I don't know if there's even any space for it in this video, but like I think I'm gonna make a whole separate video about like how I had to learn how to quit things to be happy. And I think that's a huge part of like chasing joy. Like I would chase joy doing this thing. It wouldn't make me happy. And instead of trying to push through it, I would just leave it alone, chase something else. And that would bring me joy. And it's just amazing journey. Anyway, all right, so let's talk about this queen right here. She represented my journey to like really up my personal style. I felt like my style had just been kind of like non-existent, and I really wanted to challenge myself to like throw fits. Like I feel like I'm a great dresser. I'm not like a hardcore fashion girly, but I know how to dress for my body type. I know how to like, you know, look good. I know how to present for the occasion. And so I really wanted to up that style, kind of revamp my wardrobe. This year, I will say moving to Tokyo has really challenged my idea of my personal style, because I have never been a sneaker girly, but when you walk everywhere, you kind of have to coordinate outfits that work with like comfortable shoes for walking. And so I really have to up my sneaker game. So I was able to do that this year, which I love for me. So here's one, $100,000. My goal for this year was to make 6 figures in passive income. I didn't make that. I didn't do too bad for myself, but I didn't do 6 figures. But again, it was also just passive income. So it's not like I worked particularly hard for it. I will say this is definitely one of those things where it's like shoot for the stars, and if you fall, you land on a cloud type thing. So while I didn't make it, let's cross this one out. And I mean, I don't want to limit God, but I don't think I'm gonna catch up the difference between now and the end of the year. So I'm gonna cross that out successfully. And while I didn't make 6 figures, I made a substantial amount. And one of my investments skyrocketed out of nowhere. So shout out to God for coming through with that one. This was 1 million likes. So this time last year, I had a different TikTok channel. For those of you who may know me from the hinge hacker days, I talked about this already. I don't do hinge hacking anymore, but that was a really solid platform. And I definitely believe that I could have grown it to 1 million likes this year, but ultimately I decided to walk away from that platform. So I'm not counting those likes with my likes now. I just made a new TikTok profile in November of this year, so it hasn't even been 2 months. I think it's, what is it, it's the 10th, so it's been up for about a little less than 6 weeks now, and I think I have like 150,000 likes. I had a video go viral, and now I'm having another video go viral. So I actually think I could still potentially hit 1 million likes, and that doesn't include like my YouTube likes or my Instagram likes. I mean, I don't think those are going to be enough numbers to like really push me over anytime soon. But if the other videos continue to like reach virality, then I could potentially still hit this. So I'm gonna mark this with, don't piss me off. There we go. Gonna circle this in yellow. Actually, I'm gonna box it up in yellow. There we go. Potentially. Okay, this queen right here in her reader era. For those of you who don't know, I got my master's degree in English. I graduated, I think, in 2020. And if you're familiar with like grad programs, particularly English grad programs or any grad programs, but like liberal arts grad programs specifically, there is so much reading involved with them that when I graduated May 2020, I said, I don't want to read anything longer than a tweet for a very long time. So I just stopped reading books for years. I did not read like a book again until maybe 2022. So I took a 2-year hiatus from reading. So 2023, I was slowly getting back into it. And then 2024, I really wanted to kick it up. Okay, so I've read 100 books between books and Kindle. And then I moved in June. So I know for sure I had at least 4 book club meetings back in LA. So anyway, I read over 100 books this year. I don't know why I'm trying to kill myself to do the math. I read over 100 books this year. I was 100% in my book Duffy. Okay, so shout out to that. So again, this is on my phone, so these images up top are a little blurry, but we kind of already talked about this one. I wanted to foster deep relationships with women, and I do feel like I've done that. And I wanted to talk about this one here. A wise woman would have just downloaded the image. It's okay, I'll show you guys on Canva. But this is the scene from Lady and the Tramp where they're slurping the spaghetti until they kiss. And that was just, I wanted to just experience some physical intimacy. I got out of a bad relationship last year, and I was kind of just gun shy of like being physically intimate with anybody. I haven't done any, you know, adult tangos, but obviously if you watch my dating in Japan vlogs, I did do a little kissy kiss. So yeah, knock that out. Let's move on. Last but not least, Jekka lo faji, Jekka so Yoruba. I don't think I can do it in the Faji voice. Anyway, so this last one in the corner here, you can mostly see it right here where it says Jekka. And then this part really just says, it says learn Yoruba, but I don't really need that part. So it doesn't mind that it's blurred out because I know Yoruba. But my plan for this year was to learn it more. I learned Yoruba as an adult. I spoke it as a child, moved to America. Nobody ever spoke it to me. Forgot most of it, relearned it as an adult. And so I wanted to just keep learning it and I wanted to speak it more specifically. So this means let's speak Yoruba. So like I wanted to speak Yoruba more. That being said, I feel like I probably speak Yoruba the same amount that I spoke it this time last year. However, I did learn Japanese. I just feel like language, like I don't know. And if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, then you know there's so much overlap with Japanese and Yoruba. It's almost the same language. I don't know. It's almost the same language. So I'm counting that as a win. A win is a win. So looking at this, there were only 2 things that I didn't do. One thing that I could still potentially do, but everything else I was able to cross off of my vision board this year. So let me walk you through how I set this up in the first place. Okay, so a very long time ago, my pastor gave a New Year's sermon, and something he said was you need to start structuring your New Year's resolutions. So he gave us like an outline to structure our New Year's resolutions, and he called it the 6 F's. Okay, so these are the F's: faith, friends, family, fitness, fun, and field. Okay, field means like your career, in case that was unclear. And he said you need to have a goal in every one of these areas. This is how you transform your life in the new year. And this is essentially the outline that I use to find out what I wanted to put on my vision board. But I also kick it up a notch. I don't just have one thing in each of these areas. I have something that I think I could do, and then also a stretch goal. Full disclosure, me personally, I'm just a bit too Yoruba to be posting my goals on the internet. So I did come up with some example goals that I want us to go over, and those are the goals that I'll use to make the vision board at the end of this video. So for faith, one of the goals would be to attend church every week, right? 52 times that year, you're gonna go to church. The second goal, which I refer to as the stretch goal, is to read the Bible from cover to cover, Genesis to Revelations, right? That's a stretch goal. For friends, I put make one new friend. during the year. And then the stretch goal is to plan a group trip with your friends, right? A stretch goal for the year. Family is a little tricky, and it was even tricky when he was like introducing it, because he really introduced it from the point of like the leaders of the family should be the ones making these goals. I still will make one because family is what you create. The goal for family could be like introduce a new tradition. And then the stretch goal is sponsor your next family vacation, right? Make sure you're managing your money well enough that you can take the whole family on the vacation. For fitness, I put maybe your goal is to go to the gym at least once a week. And then your stretch goal is to be able to do 100 push-ups without stopping, right? For fun, your goal could be to host a party, and then your stretch goal could be to go on 4, 5, 6 vacations, whatever is like an absorbent number for you. And then for field, obviously everyone's field is different, but your goal could be like maybe to get a certification in something, and then your stretch goal could be maybe to start a business, whether it's a consulting business, a sales business, what have you. So once you have it should be about 12. Once you have your 12 or so goals together, now you can start looking for images to create the vision board. So let's move on to the actual making of the board. Okay, so now let's go into Canva and create our vision board. Okay, so because this is a digital vision board, we really just have to Google certain images, right? So this is how you find images that kind of align with the things you want to have on there with your goals. So for example, one of my goals was like to read the Bible cover to cover, right? That's what the example stretch goal was. So I just go straight to Google, Black woman reading. Okay, and then I click on images, and then I see all these possible images. Off the top, for me, this is probably an image that I would use just because for my vision board, as you could see, I don't really want to see the faces of other women. This is something that's meant to motivate me. So I want women that look like me, which is why I typically go for like dark skin hands and stuff like that, but I don't want an actual face. Another way around this is you could go into animated. I feel like before it was not so overran with like AI images. I don't really support AI, especially in the arts. So you definitely have to make sure you're not getting AI images, but you can find one. This is cute, maybe, perhaps, but you can find a picture. What was another goal? Okay, do the push-ups, right? So then I would go back, Black woman doing push-ups. All right, now push-ups. There we go. Okay, love this one. You can see her face, but it's not the focal point of the picture, which I like. And she's doing some real push-ups. These is hardcore. So then I could just save this, and I would have these images, and I would do this for all 10 to 12 of the goals. I typically do 2 in each category, so there is 12, but you don't need 12. You could do anywhere between 6 to 12. Just 1 in each if you want to. Like I said, some are stretch goals, some are things that you can easily achieve. I like to sprinkle in like just a few like motivational pieces. So like I had the we can do it kind of thing. So like Black girl motivation. I know y'all are like everything black girl, and is and will continue to be. Okay, love this one. All right, so I'm gonna save this. So just save image as. I already kind of made a folder for vision board example with the pictures that I want to use. I'm gonna save this as motivation. Baby, I'ma be a motivation. So now we've got our images. So we're gonna head on over to Canva, okay? And we're going to make this as a phone wallpaper. So that's kind of where we already are. I searched up phone wallpaper to get it queued. Also, this is my original one from 2024. Also a phone wallpaper that I just made from scratch. I just wanted to show you guys so you can see better the image at the top with the Lady and the Tramp, as well as the Learn Yoruba, not just the Jekeso Yoruba. Once we make the new one, I'm going to explain to the importance of doing your vision board as your phone wallpaper. But let's just go for it right now. I make mine from scratch, but now that I'm looking at these, there are definitely different options that you can go in and choose. I kind of like this one with the Polaroids, but it is a pro one. As you can see, I do have pro, so it wouldn't be an issue for me. I don't know if the Polaroid aspect would work with the images that I have. So let's see, let's just create a blank one. Alrighty, and then go to upload. and I'm gonna upload files. And again, my vision board folder on my desktop is already nice and open. So I'm gonna click Command A to click everything and upload. Here my drone. Oh my god, me and my drone. All right, so it's loading up. Essentially, this is a collage, right? Oh wait, hold on, because I kind of do want to do like a Polaroid frame. Oh wait, because I'm in design, I need to be in elements. Polaroid frame. Y'all can see, I promise you, I can spell, like I know how. All right, I'm gonna make this for you guys just because I'm in that kind of mood. Let's give it a test run. If I like it like this, I'll keep it like this. If not, I'll just go old school. First one is the Bible, so let's put it in there. And then we've got our workout queen. Let's put her, yeah, let's put her right there, sure. Okay, this is her opening a business. Yeah, let's put that right there. Oh, this is her hosting a party, like that. Oh, church, hallelujah! Actually, I want to be able to see her. Yep, good, good, good. Oh, travel. This will go perfect there. Friendship, excellente. Let's see how it looks small. Okay, so I've kind of just played around with things. And then if I wanted to go in with it more, I might like add some text. And let's change the font because I hate that font. Let's do Glacial. Actually, let's do League Spartan in pink. I'm just a girl, and I could go through and I could change each one so that I could have constant reminders of each category and like knowing what each one is. Obviously some like this one here, maybe I'll have to lift it up a bit. I though am quite old school, so I'm gonna start with a whole new page, go back to my uploads, and I'm gonna figure out what is the most important thing. For me, oftentimes the most important thing is like whatever my faith goals are. So that would go in, why can't, there we go. That would go in the center like so, like that. And I would just be mindful of like sizing. There we go. And then I would just kind of fill up the rest of the space with what else I want in there. So body goals, also quite important. Let's see how we can minimize that so there's more space still. Party hosting, I'm such a hostess. Like these aren't my goals, but that would be very important to me. So let's put that here. In the church, hallelujah. Put that right there. Actually, I probably wouldn't want it as close. So maybe it's really just like you just move everything around until you feel really good about what you're looking at. I would say, especially if you are an iPhone user, be mindful of the things that you put at the very top because those things you won't really see as much. Let's put the certificate in here somewhere. So we got our little certificate image. And yeah, it's really just playing around with it until you get where you want it to be. If you want to prioritize relationships, you just kind of can do that. Send backwards. There we go. Oh, they told me. Blah, 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 blah. All right, this is going to be, make this large so it'll be easy to overlap with. And then kind of already have a picture of friends, so that can go at the top. The girls trip, soup's important, that can go down here. And then we're gonna put you to the side. Yep. And then at the family reunion, who we introducing. All right, and then let's put the family reunion there, and then let's move it to the back. Bring it backwards. Bring it backward one more time. What is that? Okay, I could just pull that up some, yeah, and then make that bigger, and then make the certificate, and then make the certificate a little bit smaller. And then, yep, and then move the certificate there. Okay, so what's next? Never give up. I want that one really small right here. That's perfect. Never give up. And then this one. Okay, so right now we kind of just have the basics. I'm pretty sure everything that I want on here is over here. And now you can go in with like little motivational phrases like joy. I kind of already put the never give up sticker here, but you could move it around, make it more prominent. Let's say you have monetary goals that you want to make. Let's say, is that 1 million? I think that's enough zeros for 1 million. Okay, perfect. So then you could put the 1M right here because maybe you want to make $1 million in 2025. You know, that is your prerogative. So you just put the 1 million here. Let's say you want to be happy in 2025. Like, who wouldn't want that? Grab that image there and just apply it. Oh, that looks cute right there. Happiness. Perfect. Ooh, oh, I hate AI recommendations. But maybe you do want to love yourself a bit more in 2025. You can just go in and just add little cutesy accoutrements to the images. And then I always go in and try to make it small because it is going to be on my phone screen. So I just want to see, like, realistically, can I see everything? Does it look too busy or does it look fine? This would be my vision board. Okay, so now I want to talk about why it's important to do this digital vision board as a phone wallpaper. You probably touch your phone, like pick up your phone on the low end, probably 10 times a day. On the more average end, I would imagine it's like 30. And if you're on social media the way I am, probably closer to somewhere between like 50 and 100. But let's just go with 10 times a day. 10 times a day, 365 days of the year. That's almost 4,000 times that you are going to look at this vision board, which means whether or not you recap the vision board every single time you pick up your phone, your mind is constantly going to be bombarded with these images, with these words, with the emotions that you put onto this vision board, and you're constantly going to be thinking about these things. I talked about this in all my other videos. This is a culmination of all the videos I've posted, by the way. I've been really getting into the subconscious, and a lot of times, obviously, you will also need to work really hard to make your visions come true. Having the added benefit of subconsciously seeing these images and seeing the words like love myself, never give up, happiness, every single time you look at your phone definitely activates your mind to constantly be thinking about these goals and how you can achieve them. Like I said, this was my 2024 vision board, and I 100% did absolutely everything except for those two, and I'm still on the cusp of that last one. But even still, there are 17 images on there and only missing 3 out of the 17. I think those are really good odds. The difference between a vision board and like a bingo card or a mood board is that the vision board is just designed to keep your visions and the things that you want in mind. Doing it this way, I think, offers a lot of structure so that you have time to really consider what you want to keep in mind, and then creating it as a phone wallpaper ensures that whether it is placed in your room or not, you are constantly being bombarded with the images that you choose for your goals. You can also use this as an iPad wallpaper, and if you jiggle the edges a bit, you can also make it like your computer screen background as well. Anyway, that is my tutorial on how to make a vision board that will actually work for you in the year of our Lord 2025. I am telling you guys, 2024 was the first time I had ever made a vision board, and I know for a fact it was making it with this structure that really allowed me to reach my goals. I normally do not make it through the year even thinking about New Year's resolutions or visions or anything. So I know it was this structure that helped me. And like I said, I've had an incredible year, and I hope that you guys have one too. 2025, I'm going even harder. Okay, I have my actual goals and I'm about to start creating that vision board sometime this week. But 2025, I'm going even harder. So if you've made it to the end, remember to comment down below your favorite emoji and plus the sentence, 2025 is my year. And this time next year, we're going to come back to this video and we're going to recap if we all reached our goals or not. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up on your way out and share it with a friend who wants to make a vision board with you this year. Feliz Navi Vlogmas. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.